The Kennedy assassination is one of those moments in history that Americans living at the time will never forget.
That is true. If you were alive, you probably remember exactly where you were when you heard the news. In essence, it is your personal connection to history. News Specialist Andrew Wittenberg here tonight. Andrew, we've all got those moments.
Fascinating to hear you guys talk about them earlier tonight. We talk about these dates all the time. September 11th, November 22nd, December the 7th. All days which will live in infamy for different generations. They mark major national tragedies. The attacks of 9/11, the JFK assassination, Pearl Harbor. And consequently, we all remember exactly where we were when they all happened. Tonight, we'll be sharing some of your memories as we try to figure out why these events change us.
Everybody was crying and didn't know why they were crying.
It doesn't matter what you were doing. If you were alive on November 22nd, 1963, you know exactly where you were. Even if you were an ocean away, like Carol Smith, a teenager in London.
And I was 15 years old, and it was nighttime over there, and we were all sitting around watching our favorite television show.
That President Kennedy
The uncertainty which followed captivated the world.
died at approximately 1 o'clock.
It was the moment which changed an entire generation.
JFK was in the middle of doing a lot of incredible things, and so there's a lot of speculation of the what if.
Where were you when a major historical event happened? As we share your moments on the bottom of the screen, we asked social scientists Julie Stewart and Mark Rubenfeld of Westminster College how and why big events change us.
Generations are shaped by the cultural events of their time.
Rubenfeld says every generation has their defining moment. Pearl Harbor defined the silent generation. The Kennedy assassination for the baby boomers. The Challenger disaster defined Generation X. And 9/11 for my generation, commonly called Generation Y or the Millennials. Chances are good you know someone who had a first-hand account of exactly where they were when each of these things happened.
Flames exploded out the front of the...
They can probably even tell you what they were smelling at the time.
When there are defining moments, such as an assassination or such as an attack, that's part of the shaping process that happens.
Experts say our desire to tell people where we were and what we were doing is a healing mechanism.
I think it's a way of us working through the grief that we felt at the time. It's a way of us to forge a connection with people. The more you talk about something, somehow it takes away some of the raw power and emotion from it.
That's the common link. We find solace through conversation when something unexpected happens.
All right, and quickly, where were your moments? What were they, Deanie?
9/11, I'd say.
9/11?
Yeah.
Your moment, Dave?
Challenger, I was doing the dishes in my apartment at Ricks College in Rexburg, Idaho when that happened.
And yours, Mike?
Mine was Desert Storm. I was a senior in high school. I remember exactly where I was and watched everything play out. That was kind of when CNN became big then, and you saw everything playing out.
That grainy green video?
Yep.
For me, 9/11, freshman in college, I remember everything about that morning. Yeah. Just a fascinating sort of study and look into our own sociology and why we feel the need to always tell the stories of where we were. It's because it helps us get past these major events. JFK assassinated 50 years ago tomorrow.
Interesting, Andrew.
Yep.
Thank you.